Yeah, hey man.
Hello, how are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, well, great. Great. We won versus. By the way, they were British, I think, those guys. I mean, the global, global something gaming, global hardcore gaming guys. Oh, yeah, them. GMS, and yeah.
Awesome. Do you wish to turn on your webcam so I can put it on stream, please? Good
Yeah,
sir.
sure.
I have reserved a space for you.
I still don't understand why would you need a webcam. Yeah,
It's
I would
because
prefer.
it allows people to see you, and they
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, just I think that driving around in public game is just as cool as the webcam stuff.
yeah, but
I
I
don't.
can't. Unfortunately, my computer is rubbish, so unfortunately, it doesn't work that way for me.
Oh, by the way, are you going to stream by yourself now? So,
Only for
or
today. Hi-Fi is unfortunately unavailable, so I've not been able to use him today. So I've had to use my own setup for the very first time. And yeah, so we are here on live on air. Can everyone hear everything? Is everything good? Say
what's the
hello.
problem, by the way? I mean, to buy a new computer. Well, what's your
Money,
problem? Oh,
just money, my friend.
yeah. Still, it's not that expensive, you know.
Tell
I
me when
don't
you've got children, and tell me it's not expensive then.
know. I'm a lucky in that way, you know.
Lucky. Is it luck, is it? Okay.
Well,
So, for the crowd who
I,
didn't see you last time you were on the show, can you introduce yourself, please?
I'm BeeS and I'm Russian. I don't know if I can be called a pro player, but semi-pro player definitely. Recently, a member of Roxky's team. It's the second esport Russian team who made a World of Tanks, well, World of Tanks partition in it. So yeah, first was Virtus Pro and now us.
Fantastic. Now, I did see your video today. Very funny stuff. For the benefit of the viewers who did not see, do you want to take them through what happened today?
Well, yeah, that was just some random battles with my clanmates. It wasn't good, but that battle on T62 was good, actually. Yeah, I
For,
liked it.
yeah, for anyone who didn't see it, you should definitely go and see it. But what happens? Someone pushes off a tank, a dead tank, the hull of the dead tank off the hill. Yeah,
That
that
video
one.
in YouTube. Oh,
I know it wasn't
yeah.
yours. Yeah, your video on YouTube. Pushed off a dead tank off a hill. It rolls down the hill, hits another tank that was still alive but at the bottom of the ocean, and whacks it, kills it, meaning the guy who was dead gains a kill. I've never seen that before, but the dead guy won.
Yeah. That wasn't my replay actually. It was a friend of mine who gave that to me. But yeah, that replay was well in my hands for quite a while, but I couldn't post it because he's alpha tester, and you
Ah,
can't post the video. That was a new premium things. They test them before they released
yeah,
actually
I understand.
in the patch. So yeah, I couldn't just post that video before. Now it's okay though. So here it is. It's funny.
Someone in the chat is asking about your time with Virtus Pro. Virtus
Uh,
Pro.
Oh yeah, well, Virtus Pro have quite a lot of advantage over us. Even though we are training pretty hard lately, they still got too much advantage over us. So there won't be any global winning over them in the recent time. I don't think so. They're just too good, and we are just getting started on serious training. So,
Yeah.
and they won't stop their serious training. So yeah. Maybe we will catch up to them because they are one of the best, and they kind of, you are stuck when you're best. You don't have anyone stronger than you
Yeah, you're
to
like,
train.
I'm the best? Really?
No, no, no. I'm not the best.
No, no, but
I never say that. Uh, yeah, well, it's personally just my opinion. By the way, link me your channel. I kind of can get around that Twitch TV.
oh, hold on. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, yeah,
www.twitch.tv
yeah.
slash
No,
double
no, no,
junkie.
no. Don't worry. I found it.
Okay. Now, back to you then, instead of my desktop, the default desktop. So anyway, the question of today, the main one that kept coming up in the chat like 5 shows in a row was the VK45, the 45, whatever the rest of the numbers are, the Tier 8 German tank that you occasionally see in 7v7s, the ESL Cup, and even Earl Steel is seen. People want to know
Yeah.
why you don't see it very often, and why is it good enough to take sometimes?
Well, you see, VK4402. Yeah. That we call it Alpha Tapak here in Russia.
The Alpha
Uh,
Dapper.
yeah. Uh, Post a link. Yeah, of course I can post a link. Second. You see, the advantage of VK over T32 is it's a little bit faster, but it can't tank with its turret. So when you see it usually, well, usually you see it on a maps such as Himmelsdorf, Runeberg, and other town maps, where it doesn't matter if you have a pretty armored turret, you still have to stick your hull out, and
Yeah.
yeah. So the advantage of T32 is kind of vanished that way.
Yeah.
Um, it's got about the same DPM, and it actually had quite the same amount of HP. So the yeah, I posted that.
That's cool.
So it's just speed over the armor turret. That's all. That's why you can see them. But yeah, Well, there is another thing. It's just a slight difference. The T32 can occasionally tank with its tracks. VK pretty much can't, but
Okay.
it's few and far in between, and you can't count on it. So if well, but it still happens. So if you need a speed for your tactics to
Yeah.
take the critical points very fast, you don't have to fuse, but you can use VK, and that's why it's used sometimes with when the well when you play it aggressively. So that's kind of like that.
The other thing, comparing the VK to the Tiger 2, which is obviously the other
Well,
choice.
as I said, it's speed. Tiger 2 had the average speed of T32, and VK is just faster. When you are shooting gold ammunition on tournaments, it doesn't matter if you can tank with your Tiger 2. Yeah, if it wasn't gold though, I think Tiger 2 would be used because because of the angles. If you tank with a about 25-30 degree angle, it can actually bounce shells of T32 pretty often.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to penetrate Tiger.
Is
So,
that why
but
we see the Tiger 2 being used more and more in company battles where gold ammo is a lot rarer?
yeah, of course, in company battles, the Tiger 2 is applicable. In tournaments, as they are now, not at all. Not at all. T32 is faster, got the same DPM, got the same average penetration if you're shooting gold shells. And, well, on medium distances, you can just bounce the shells with your turret anyway, even if an enemy is aiming for your hull.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Awesome. So, what about the other? The other question we got in part one was TDs. You never see TDs. Are there any
Well,
TDs that you would pick at tier 8?
yeah, well, no, we don't use them, although I have seen them during the tournaments on ESL, Go for What, and whatever. Usually that's a pretty bad idea, to use a tank destroyer, because, well, it's just, it doesn't work. 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 It's just, it doesn just it's not that adaptive to the situation. It can be easily flanked, blocked, and so on. And the team just loses again a gun, which is kind of huge,
Yeah.
considering that there are only three, four, maximum five tanks
Yes.
driving around.
That's exactly my point with TDs. Do you ever see a meta game where things have shifted so much that TDs could be viable?
Um, I don't know. Maybe on some maps, and if the HP or armor will be buffed, and yeah, like that. It's kind of like the T28, for example. It could be usable if it wasn't for its just horrible speed.
Yeah.
If it was moving a little bit faster, well, not a little bit, but
A
two times
lot.
faster, a lot faster, yeah. It could be applicable, yeah.
Okay, that's actually an important question. With the recent shift with the new patch from gold to silver, or at least the ability to buy gold shells with silver, what's the point in armor when you can buy these extra shells? So, in other words, why is the game balanced around having two types of the same ammo? Where obviously the high penetration ammo is now viable for everybody. What's the point of having the different armor values? Now, I've had different theories on this, but what's your opinion?
Well, there are two opinions, mine and the actually game designer called Vader. I talked with him about that one during the finals of World Cyber Games here in Moscow,
Oh, cool.
and asked him what is the big idea with buying gold shells with credits, and he said that it is because of that whining on forums about that.
Pay to
We
win.
can't, yeah, pay to win, yeah, exactly what we talked with you about a month ago. Yeah, basically people tell that well, we can participate in tournaments and clan wars because we don't have gold, and they have gold, and it's a huge disadvantage, and yeah, kind of complaining. They don't see the point in it. Gold, well, gold does matter, but it's not that such a big deal.
No.
Um, yeah, it can be critical, but in
But
Clone Wars, you definitely can go without it.
yes. But that's exactly what you
Tournaments,
said
that's a thing.
yourself was about the Tiger 2. It's viable when you're not using gold ammo, but as soon as you bring gold ammo into it, they're not viable anymore. Now, is
Yeah.
that really wise for game balance that some tanks are viable with the normal shells, but with these extra shells, they're not viable? That just cuts out a lot of tanks because of that. Would the game be better if they just got rid of the gold and normal ammos and just took something in between? Took something between the two shells and that's it. Be done with it.
Yeah. That's well. I actually think so too. I think that even the tournaments would be more entertaining without a gold ammunition. Yeah, I think so. And I talked with our pro gamers about that, and they think so too. But that's just kind of how wargaming goes
Yeah, the only
about
thing I
that.
can think
I
of.
don't know why, though.
Well,
I
my
don't know.
theory, if you want to read on worldofwar.net my article on it, I basically said that it must be another way to get premium. Okay? Because think about it this way. If you're not using premium, there's no way you can spend credits every game on gold ammunition, right? Because you'll just make a loss almost every game, purely because it just costs too much to fire every shell. You will never make enough credits to make up for each shell, right? But if
Yeah.
you have premium, you can kind of keep up with it, especially if you have a gold tank. If you have a gold tank and premium, you can actually have gold ammo always and not make a loss, right? So
Yeah.
the gold ammo wasn't really making Wargaming any money anyway, so they're actually migrating the money towards premium because people won't want to buy for individual ammo. I'm not going to throw away ammo like that, but I might consider getting premium to get more silver to get the free ammo. You see the logic there, and I'm thinking that's the way they were leaning. I'm thinking, okay, let's encourage more premium subscriptions because premium makes people play. I've got premium, I should play. Oh, my premium's about to run out. I better squeeze some more games in. But I'm not entirely convinced that's the reason. But that's my theory at the moment.
Well, I see your point. Maybe that's what Wargaming is planning to do. Maybe they are actually planning to remove the gold ammo, or maybe they are not. I can't say.
Yeah.
Such information, as you can probably guess, can't be revealed by them.
No.
And yeah, yeah. By the
Not
way,
even to us.
when I talked with Vader and I asked him, "Do you even understand what it's going to be playing in random battles when the patch is released?" And it actually was released on our Russian server
Yes.
today. I got a chance to play with a Comet. Well, yeah, I bought a Comet Tier 7 British medium. It's kind of awesome. I
Nice.
like it very much. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I like British tanks.
Yeah, what is your
I played.
opinions? Are they going to be viable? Are there any tier 8 British tanks that are viable already that you think, okay, get a good enough crew and they're going to be good enough for Clan Wars or
Well,
7v7?
I don't know about a medium, although I myself go for a medium, but that's only because I'm kind of collectionist that way.
You're a
I have
badass.
all
That's what you
I
are.
have I have all tier 10 mediums, so I gotta have a British tier 10 medium, of course.
Sure.
I am medium tank kind of guy. Uh, so that's just for me. Not for tournaments or anything. About tournaments, I think the British Tier 8 Heavy looks pretty cool, but but I don't know.
But
It has to be tested
too early
before
yet. Too early to
before
tell.
too early to tell. Yeah, definitely. The DPM is about the same. Armor can bounce sometimes. Sometimes it's not that reliable, especially when gold is added into equation. And well, the gun is good actually. You can detract someone and keep him detract if he doesn't have a repair kit. You just can safely destroy him and he wouldn't
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah, what do you think of the tier 10 British tank? That weird monstrosity.
Well, I actually liked it when I played on a beta server.
Okay.
It's kind of a funny idea to make a gold ammunition not hit like on other tanks, but actually ultra super buffed explosive shell
Yes.
with a penetration of about 220, I think, and insane damage.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the tank itself is cool. It's kind of like it reminds me of Pattern 3, actually. It's kind of like Python 3 and T62 put together, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I liked it very much, and because of that ammo thing, it has a huge potential to, you can just shoot your normal shells, and when you flank or get behind someone, you can switch to that insane explosive shells and just rape them. Well, actually, rape them in the ass.
Yeah.
I couldn't put it any other way. You see.
In gaming, we seem to like this derogatory turn. Yeah, let's go and rape someone. That's actually really bad. It's just like saying, yeah, I'm gonna go and actually sexually assault this person hard, and he's gonna like it too. It says something about the culture of us gamers, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Like
say a
that.
lot myself, and I don't know where I got it from, but it's the sort of thing that you think about it for just a second, you go, "Ooh, I shouldn't be saying that. That shouldn't be said." It's actually really uncomfortable. If someone actually points it out, you've got a group of men. Let's say you're playing a 5v5 game or you're 7v7, and your guy goes, "Yeah, let's rape him," and it's like, if you actually think about it just for a second, the awkward silence of going, "You want us to go there, pull down our trousers." And rape these
Actually,
men
actually, actually, guys,
in
it's
the bum.
not a homo thing. I know a few girls who play World of Tanks, and they're playing quite awesome. Especially one. Well, I was in a clan before I got switched to Rockskis. In our clan, there is that one girl with 800 plus average experience and statistics like you wouldn't believe. So, so
Nice.
yeah, some girls can actually play and
Yep.
be very good with that game.
USSR, a team that got through to the finals of the Fun Cup last month, they have a female in their ranks, I believe. So that it's
I
nothing
don't.
to do with gender. It's just about how much time you want to put into it, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, about that British tank thing, I don't know. To me, it looks very viable in tournaments, but the point right now is, the guys who actually play tournaments and win something, they have like 4 perks on T32, and
Yeah.
switch at 4 perk T32 to 2 perks on British heavy is just, well,
None.
can be actually counterproductive. Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. But the scout tank, the tier 4 scout tank for the British, is that any good for company battles at tier 6?
Tier 5 British
No,
tank
no, the
is.
tier 4 one, because the tier 5 one isn't really a
Oh,
scout.
the tier 4.
Is,
Tier 4, I don't have slightest idea.
oh, okay.
I skipped it. I skipped it. I
Burned your
both
free experience.
both the Kamet, yeah, it was right from my free experience. So I'm going for Centurion, and I kind of, the previous tier 6 tank, the Cromwell, I think, yeah, Cromwell. Uh,
Cromwell, the Cromwell.
yeah, Cromwell, yeah. They say it's actually pretty good as a scout.
Oh, right, okay.
So maybe we'll see it a lot in Tier 6 company
If it's
battles.
anything like real
And
life, it should be a pile of bollocks. Because the British tanks
yeah,
were hit and miss. We got occasionally good ones, but mostly pretty junky ones, if I know my history.
well, yeah, another thing is, I think the Tier 4 company battles, the youngest of them all, they are going to use Valentine pretty heavily because
Yes, it's a good tank.
have you looked into that beast? Valentine is just like
Yeah. No, I was actually
it's
watching the
insane.
Valentine drive around last year. I was at Bovington Tank Museum for Tank Fest, and they had a Valentine there, and it actually was built around the same time as the Tier 5 that everyone knows, the Churchill, and it was actually an alternative because they didn't want all their eggs in one basket. Because if you have the Churchill, you only have the Churchill, and they wanted a faster tank that was still able to support. But the Churchill was designed as a infantry support vehicle, so it wasn't able to go any faster than infantry. So they said, well, let's actually design another tank, a cruiser tank, like a bit faster and a bit different to the Churchill, and that's the Valentine. They were both designed at the same time by two different companies. So yeah.
Yeah, the Valentine is insanely good, and yeah, I think it's going to. They're going to switch from Panzer III. I think they was heavily used in Tier 4 company battles.
Yeah,
They're
Panzer
going to
III,
switch
yeah.
to Valentines. And it's good actually.
Yeah,
Let's bring some new tanks into equation. I like that.
I do too. I can't wait to see the metagame change and see if the Panzer IIIs can stand up to the Valentines. I think they can,
No,
but
they can't.
the Panzer
No,
IIIs
they
are not
can't.
going to be able to
They
penetrate
can.
it.
They can. They can.
They can. Okay, they can. Is it the gold shots needed to penetrate that armor? Because I don't think the
Well,
regular shells can.
mm, well, the Panzer IIIs usually use explosive shells. I mean that short-barreled gun, but well, Valentine is just going to dominate them. I think. I think so.
That's fair enough. BeeS, is there anything you want to pimp at the moment? Is there anything that you're doing that you want our viewers to come and have a look at?
Well, I got into streaming again, so finally, I'm actually the official streamer of our team right now, and
Cool.
I'm going to stream pretty heavily. So if you haven't been on my channel, go check it out and subscribe if you want to. Uh, don't forget one small thing. As you could probably guess, I can speak English, but if I play around with my clanmates, we usually speak Russian. So unless you ask a question in the chat, I won't bring English in.
Yes. But if you want to see high quality play, then definitely go check it out, guys. It's definitely the best Russian channel you can possibly want to watch. So
Well, not the best. I
shh,
never
pimp
said
your
I
own
was the
channel.
best.
Shh, I can say
I'm
that. Shh.
I'm humble like that.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
can
think I'm
say it.
the
I can
best.
say it. You don't have to be humble about me. I can say your channel's the best. It's a personal opinion.
Okay, okay.
So he's the best. You can
Yeah,
watch
and
it.
yeah, and YouTube channel, as I already linked the video. I think I'm going to post something out there too.
Yeah, definitely check out his
On
YouTube
Russian.
channel. It's a treat. He showed the
By
sky
the way,
scraping maneuver too.
there was a question about 8.1. I
Okay.
think it's going to be in a few days.
Yeah, it should be before the weekend.
It usually is. So don't worry. You are going to get it anyway.
Yeah, it'll be in the next couple of days. Apparently Friday, that's the rumor, but it might be early next week or even on the weekend. So we'll see. We will see when it comes. I do know that in England today, Wargaming did throw their party to release the British tree. They took a Centurion and a Chieftain to round a field, driving over cars and shooting each other with paintballs. So I know they're celebrating the British launch today. So I'm assuming the British launch will be tomorrow because otherwise, why celebrate it today? So there's a good chance that tomorrow is the release date for England as well. So we're
Okay, Dorjan, a few questions there were asked. What happens to the premium British tanks? They're staying in your garage as they are, but you can't buy them. So if you don't premium British tanks but want them, buy them right now before patch comes
Yes.
out. And another question about T62A. Right now, T62A is actually kind of my favorite tank. It just feels right for me. I love all tier 10 mediums. I love them all, but T62 is just for me more comfortable. You have to, well, it heavily depends on your play style, but for me it's actually the best.
Awesome. I am actually on my way there myself. I'm not anywhere near close, but I'm in the T54 at the moment. So, you know, I'll get there eventually. But I have a stock T54, so the gun is just making me cry. I'm there in positions, and I'm bang. No, didn't go through.
I can
Bang,
guess.
didn't go through. God damn it. Bang, didn't go through. God damn it.
Yeah, you can flank them, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. But by the time you get there, you've taken a bit of damage, or he's got a teammate with him, and it takes a lot longer to generate the XP needed when you can't penetrate from the usual angles you should be able to penetrate from. So that's unfortunate.
You have to take a page from the French book, you know.
Yes. Oh, totally. That's exactly how I'm trying to play it at the moment. It's how I'm trying to play, but when you're in pub games, it's a little bit hard sometimes to find the opportunity. But anyway, thank you for being on the show. It was great to have you at the last minute. I know you came straight out of a game into the interview because, well, unfortunately,
won,
Curably
but-
let us down from Odor Mortis.
It's no problem. You can you know, summon me anytime.
Summon you.
I will probably answer if I'm not playing with my team or training or something like that.
Yes,
It actually has the priority, of course. But
Of course.
you know, it was good talking with you. We should do it again.
We definitely
sometimes.
should.
Definitely.
It's always awesome hanging out with you. We have stories to tell you guys, and it involves me falling unconscious on a toilet. But basically, I missed out on going around BeeS' house because I got drunk.
Yeah. Well, I got drunk too. Anyway.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon,
Well,
BeeS.
see ya. See ya, man. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
And see you guys too, of course. Of course, see ya too.